Hello students, good morning. In previous class, we have discussed two opening stanzas of the poem To Be or Not To Be. In the first stanza, the speaker Hamlet, who is the Prince of Denmark, he is very sad and he is disappointed, so he wants to commit suicide. But he was confused that what to do. He should live or he should die. In the next stanza, he compares the death with sleep. He compares death with the sleep with eternal sleep. And now we will start the stanza. For who would wear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the lost delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin. Whips and scorns of time. Whips and scorns of time means pains, grief, and sufferings of life. The oppressors means a cruel person. Contumely means indignity. The pangs means pains. Despised love, unsuccessful in love. The lost delay in justice. The insolence means disrespect. Spurns means insult. Quietus here means demise or death, or we can say end of the life. Bare bodkin. Bare means mere, and bodkin means a small dagger. Bodkin means a small dagger. Hamlet the prince says that oppressor's wrong deeds, proud man's insult, and unsuccessful love, lost delay, insolence in office, and spurns, insult are the factors that leads a person to commit suicide. Hamlet continues says that life on this earth has nothing pleasant to offer. Man is here exposed to blows of fortunes and insults from the proud, the tyranny or the strong, the insolence of the proud, the pains of disappointed love, the delay of law in doing injustice, the sneers of authorities that the man of merit has to put up with, all these make life dark, miserable, and sorrowful. And these are the reasons and these are the causes which leads a man to commit suicide. Man can, again, Hamlet says in the last line, that a man can end all these by the mere stroke of a dagger. A man can end his life by a stroke of a dagger, a small dagger, by ending his life by suicide. Yet man does it not, for it is the consideration of a life hereafter, the uncertainty whether that life is free from evil or not, make men prevent to commit suicide. Who would fardels wear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bound no traveler returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather wear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of. Fardels means a bundle of burdens. Weary life. Weary life means a life full of tensions, or we can say a tired life. Dread. The dread means terror. The undiscovered country. The undiscovered country means an unknown place from where boundaries no one ever returns after death. Bond means boundaries. Traveler here means a dead person. Puzzles means weakens. The will means the willpower. Ills means pains and sufferings of life. In this stanza, the Prince Hamlet says that if one can end one's troubles by killing oneself, then no one would like to live and bear the trouble of life. No one would suffer such pains and insults when he can end his life with a mere needle, with a dagger. Who would care to be tortured by the burden of life? If the fear about the unknown future after death did not confound his will. The fear makes men bear all sorts of sufferings instead of venturing into an unknown world by committing suicide. Thus, the realization that death will prove worse than the life prevent the way of death. Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sickled over with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment. With this regard, this current turn away and lose the name of action. Thus, conscience here refer to excessive thought or overthinking. Native hue means natural color. Resolution means willpower. Enterprises means important works. With this regard means in this way. Deer here refer to rivers. Current here refer to streams. Turn away means turn aside, and lose the name of action means come to nothing. This is the last stanza of the poem To Be or Not to Be. These are the concluding lines of the soliloquy To Be or Not to Be. In this stanza, the Prince Hamlet says, and he gives argument against suicide. He says that it is the consideration of something after death, the fear of ills that comes in that life, that takes away the purpose of suicide. Hamlet gives example that like the river that loses itself in the sandy waste, and so after its long streams cannot reach to the sea, over refined subtlety of thoughts over a deed lose itself in more theories and never reaches the sphere of actions. Overthinking or excessive thoughts come to nothing. Thus, many a deed of moments and importance remains only in the sphere of thoughts and is never translated into action by over speculations. Hamlet fears that death may prove worse than life. This realization stands in the way. Thus, Hamlet's problem to be or not to be is not solved. He is confused now, and his problem has no solution.